This is my intro music. Welcome to the video. I hope you like it lots, so don't forget to subscribe and click the thumbs up button. Now let's react.
Hey, hi, hello there, and welcome to another episode of us looking at Alexandra Rodriguez's Instagram, which is actually the first time we've done this. I don't want to say anthropologist looking at it just yet because I don't really know what we're looking at yet. So I don't know. I don't want to get too ahead of myself just yet. Gotta put the smarty glasses on. Maybe I don't need these. I don't know. My eyes. Does anyone else have this problem? No, we don't need these today. Need the other ones today. I like the orange ones better. No, I don't like. We else have this problem where like your eyeballs, some days you need glasses, some days you don't. These are better. All right. We need the slightly less aggressive glasses today. So anyway, I wanted to look at the yep, those words. I wanted to look at her Instagram today and cat hair. And I wanted to just kind of look at some of the things she's eating and that kind of stuff because Alex has been doing Instagram Weight Watchers. Alex has been doing Weight Watchers. And this is her a healthier Alex Instagram, not her regular Instagram. So we might look at that too. Because I saw that there was a lot of overlap between the two of them. So we'll definitely check those both out. But one of the things I'm noticing when I'm watching her YouTube videos is Alex is really keen on doing swaps and trying to make like the most decadent and extravagant low point Weight Watcher foods as possible, as opposed to just learning to cook with 0 point foods. And I think I said this in the last video of hers that I did from YouTube, and I don't know when you guys will see that video. Things might be a little out of order with these. But there are several different cookbooks out there that I've seen because I got on my on ye old Kindle here. I was looking for cookbooks for myself, and I noticed that there are lots of 0 point cookbooks on Kindle, at least, which means they exist in the real world as well, that are specific for Weight Watchers. Now, they're not official Weight Watcher cookbooks, but they are literally titled 0 point cookbooks, and they're designed around the concept of the 0 point foods. All right, look, this is why we quit wearing. And the whole point of these cookbooks is to teach you how to use the Weight Watchers 0 point foods to make full-ass meals. And I know that the majority of the foods that are 0 point foods on Weight Watchers are like basically whole foods because they're trying to get you to eat more whole foods and get away from more processed foods. But Alex doesn't seem to understand that. And so Alex is determined to use like artificial sweeteners and protein milks and just as much fake and processed foodstuffs as she can in order to achieve the same, I'm guessing, flavor profiles as the fake foods that she's trying to give up, right? Like she seems to be addicted to McDonald's. That seems to be her Starbies seems to be McDonald's. And I'm just picking up on that from the few videos of hers that I've been watching lately. Because she doesn't seem to be able to go a video without going to Starbucks or going to McDonald's for something. And yeah, it's weird. But it also explains a lot of things. And instead of just learning to make an egg McMuffin at home with 0 point foods or near 0 point foods, she'd rather like learn to make cheat foods, I guess, is where I'm going with this. I don't think that necessarily is like a bad thing. I just think it says a lot about her her overall mentality about food and about dieting and about her health in general. Like Alex isn't going into this trying to learn to be healthy, if that makes sense. She's not going into this trying to learn to make healthy food or trying to live a healthier life. She's going into this learning how to make cheat foods that taste like processed foods that she wants to eat normally. Does that make sense? She's not trying to cut junk food and processed foods out of her diet. She's trying to figure out ways to eat those foods that she likes, but in a way that there's 0 points on Weight Watchers, or near 0 or fewer points on Weight Watchers, right? She doesn't want to cut out the bad foods or the processed foods. She just wants them to be lower points, right? You know, it's a different mentality than somebody who's like, I want to eat better. I want to eat healthier. I'm going to go do X style of eating because I think this style of eating will be better for me. Alex didn't go into it that way. Alex went into Weight Watchers going, I'm going to learn how to make oatmeal cookies. Little Debbie oatmeal cookies, oatmeal sandwich cookies, with the lowest amount of points as humanly possible, because I still want to eat oatmeal cookies, oatmeal sandwich cookies. Or you could just not eat the oatmeal sandwich cookie. It's just processed garbage anyway. But no, she decided to learn how to make those with as few calories or as few points, not calories, points, as humanly possible. And then the other day the last video we watched, she made some abomination that she decided to call cinnamon rolls. You will see my reaction to that. But that's kind of my point. Like, instead of just like making a cinnamon roll, she decided to make some kind of abomination and convince herself that it tasted good because she wanted a cinnamon roll, right? And it's like, either don't eat the cinnamon roll or make a real cinnamon roll. Like, if you had made a real cinnamon roll from real ingredients as opposed to the Franken ingredients that she ends up doing. I'm sorry, the thing that she ended up making, they were disgusting. I just don't understand. But that's kind of the thing. Like, she's going through all of these acrobatics, these mental exercises to make these foods that are similar to processed foods that she wants to eat, because she wants the flavor and she wants the taste of these foods, because she won't give them up in order to lose weight. You know, she even has one, I think we'll get to it here, and it's just stupid. It's like, when I'm craving McDonald's, but I'm on a weight loss journey, and she just makes a cheeseburger with French fries. And I'm like, yeah, no fucking duh. Like, you know, that's how McDonald's started, right? It was just burgers and fries. Like, the fact that she figured out how to make French fries in the air fryer, and she thinks she's like learned some kind of life hack. I'm just like, all right, okay. Where do you think fries come from? Like, y'all understand French fries come from potatoes, right? Like, before the fast food industry got hold of these things, they came from potatoes, right? Anyway. There is an actual reason why they're called chips overseas. Anyhow. Anyway, so I thought it would be kind of interesting to kind of look at the stuff that Alex is eating, because she does post a lot more about the foods that she eats over on her Instagrams, because I also know that she eats a lot of like pre-packaged food, diety type food over on her Instagram. And I'm looking at this picture of her that I've got up right now. Yeah, and you know, I'm one of the first people to be like, oh, the girls, they don't maybe use filters as much as people think they do. She's definitely filtered here, like hardcore, because she doesn't look anything like this in her videos. So I don't understand. I understand using some filters, because believe me, if I could use like a skin smoothing filter right now, oh yeah. But like, this is more than skin smoothing. Like, she's done a lot here. Anyway. So And I guess I really shouldn't judge. I mean, if you want to filter yourself, whatever. It's 2025. If you want to make yourself look like a cat person with blue skin and alien scales, if that makes you feel better, whatever. I don't give a shit at this point. I don't care. We have the technology. Knock yourself out. I don't care. We're one step away from it anyway. What is this? Personal buffalo chicken pizza. That does sound good though. Super filling and only 9 Weight Watchers points. Yeah, but how many calories is it? Make your Greek yogurt pizza dough. She's really into this Greek yogurt dough. Doesn't matter what it is, because that's what she made her cinnamon rolls out of. I don't actually have anything against this. There's plenty of bread recipes that are yogurt based because yogurt has like natural yeast in it. So I don't have an issue with this at all. My problem with her fucking her stupid cinnamon rolls is that the baking soda, the baking powder that she used, or lack thereof. Also, for whatever reason, watching the TikTok generation learn to cook is mind blowing to me. But anyway, so she says make your Greek yogurt pizza dough, which is just the Greek yogurt bread dough recipe. With the non-fat Greek yogurt and flour, follow my busy kitchen recipe, and top with the ingredients shown in the slides. Okay, so I could be looking at anything, but sure. There we go. So you got the Greek yogurt, which is 0 points. You got Sweet Baby Ray's marinade and buffalo sauce. Okay, here's the problem. I use Sweet Baby Ray's when I use barbecue sauce because I honestly don't know. It's what my family uses, therefore it's what I use. I don't know. I just use Sweet Baby Ray's. I don't know. I do like their buffalo wing sauce though. Have I ever literally tried any other? I can't tell you. So I don't know if there's a better one. But apparently that one's 0 points. But here's the thing. Sweet Baby Ray's has like sugar in it. So yeah, it's 0 points, but how many carbs is it? How many sugars is it? How many proteins is it? I'm sorry. Kraft shredded fat-free mozzarella, 1 point. The Bolthouse Farms Chunky Blue. I do like Bolthouse Farms though as a brand. I like their stuff. Chunky Blue cheese yogurt dressing and dip, 3 points. Why not just make your own? Like you're going this far, why not just make your own? Get some, get your fat-free Greek yogurt, add your blue cheese to it. Go buy blue cheese, add it to it, and then add a ranch dressing. You can buy like ranch dressing powder, seasoning stuff to it. That's all it is. Great value all-purpose flour. So wait, this is why I don't understand Weight Watchers. The flour is 3 points for a fourth cup, but the yogurt is 0. The flour is 3 points, but the yogurt is nothing. Okay. Real Good Foods Co. lightly breaded chicken strips. 21 grams of protein. Okay, cool. Those are 2 points. Okay. But I guess it's fat-free mozzarella. But the Baby Ray's is nothing? This is why I don't get Weight Watchers. Also, with her, here's my other problem. The point system here might be on point, right? Alex doesn't measure, and I know she doesn't because I've watched her do it. I've watched her cook. This is another one of my problems with Alex's cooking. She doesn't measure things. So even though she's got a fourth cup, a tablespoon, 2 cup or half cup and all this stuff, that doesn't mean that's what she put on these things. She doesn't weigh, she doesn't measure, or she'll weigh one thing and measure another and then not. Like she'll weigh one thing, she'll measure cup another, and then like her baking powder, she's like, I'll just sprinkle some in. No, no, no. So my point is like, maybe she did use 3 tablespoons of dressing, Bolthouse Chunky Blue cheese yogurt dressing. Maybe she used 1/4 of a cup. That's a difference. That might be a difference of a point or two. I don't know. But that's the problem. Her points might not be accurate. The app here is accurate, but she might have used like 1/4 cup as opposed to 3 tablespoons is the thing. But since Alex doesn't measure correctly, then we don't know, right? And so Alex might be lying to herself as far as what she actually has here. So that's the issue with Alex's stuff. Now, I can't tell just from one little pizza thing here, like what she's got on here, because obviously the dip that she used, because, I put ranch on my pizza too, because I am a civilized human being. But I do put ranch on my stuff. I do like buffalo pizza, buffalo chicken pizza. Did she use ranch as the sauce? So she didn't put down like a sauce? That makes sense, I guess. So the ranch is the sauce. Ranch. That would make more sense, I guess. Because I don't see like a marinara or anything. And I do see something that like looks saucy-ish. But whatever. Like, I'm supposed to deconstruct this from a fucking image? Is that what's going on here? Try the chicken parmesan cheese egg crust recipe. It's delicious. Have you ever used low-carb wraps as your pizza crust? A savory Greek yogurt win. Honestly, have only ever used it for sweet, so thanks for the inspiration. That's it? She's only got 3. Why do you only have that many comments? She must curate. There's no way she's only got that many comments. Anyway. Sometimes you gotta budget your points/calories around a pint of protein ice cream. No, you don't. No, you don't. You never need to do this. Around a pint. An entire pint? Okay. During Love Island. This whole thing is 13 points. You can absolutely fit these into your daily budget, and honestly, it's delish. That's a whole ass meal. 370 calories per pint. I know there's people who can eat this whole thing. I get that. I can't. I might be able to eat like 1/4 of that, maybe. It takes me forever to get through a pint of ice cream. It really does. I'll eat like 1 or 2 spoonfuls of this. What flavor is it? Cookie dough? I like cookie dough even. I really will only eat maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3 spoonfuls of that. Laura Fields. I would never eat a whole pint in one sitting. I mean, neither would I. Even if I was doing Weight Watchers and it was allowed point wise, this whole container is 3 servings, not 1. To be fair, it does say 370 calories per pint, so it is advertising the amount of calories per container. So even if you want to argue that this is 3 servings, it is clearly saying that it is 370 calories for the entire container. So it's not like it's saying it's 370 per serving. It is very clearly saying it's per pint. All right. I can't argue with her on that one. This does say it is 370 per pint. All right. So, 370 calories, 62 carbs, and 26 grams of sugar in one sitting. Yeah, that's a lot of carbs. If you're carb counting. See, Weight Watchers isn't necessarily like carb counting or anything like that, I don't really know what Weight Watchers does. What does Weight Watch does? Okay, first off, does Weight Watchers prioritize anything in general? Is it trying to follow like the standard American diet, the SAD diet? And if it is, I think it's prioritizing carbs over everything, which personally I don't think is the way to go. And I've never thought it was the way to go. It's just easier in America to prioritize carbs because carbs in its various forms, including sugar, is easier to get a hold of here because America. Fuck yeah. 26 grams of sugar. That's a lot. That's like, how many grams of sugar is recommended in a day? Well, the American Heart Association says 25 grams of sugar is the recommended daily dose for women. For whatever reason, men get 36. Screw you, people. No, I'm kidding. I'm sure it has to do with like men are typically larger than women. Blah blah blah. Not bitter. Anyway, the American Heart Association says 25 grams of sugar per day. So if you ate this thing, that's literally your sugar for the day. That's over by a gram. Your sugar for the day, which means everything else you eat today that has any sugar in it is in excess, right, of your sugar for the day. And sugar, contrary to popular belief, is not an essential nutrient. Letting you know that. You don't need sugar at all. Yeah. Not processed white sugar like this. Anyway. She did get a lot of feedback from this one, yeah. Eating the whole pint of ice cream in one sitting is ridiculous. Didn't you just get like 5 Halo Top things? 26 grams of sugar. No, don't do it. The whole pint is serving size for that brand since it's healthier. This is the best low-cal ice cream. The s'mores one is bomb. S'mores. Still can't eat more than a couple spoonfuls though. Me seeing this with 23 points a day. 23 points a day? You only get 23 points a day? What? How many points did I get? God, I can't remember. I'm not paying for it again. Seriously, I often plan my points around my little evening snacks and treats. I don't know if that's healthy, though. Is that really the best way to do it? The peanut butter chocolate one is my favorite. I don't like peanut butter, so. Nyx is the best. I've heard that about Nyx. It's not like I don't like ice cream, you guys. I like ice cream just fine. But I've heard good things about Nyx. I just haven't tried it. Girl dinner? One for me and one for my hubby. My partner can put down ice cream. My partner, like, I can't keep cake in the house for this reason. I can't keep ice cream in the house because of my partner. They used to not taste that good. Favorite day? I've never had favorite day, to be honest with you guys. I didn't even register what brand that was. I don't know. I don't think, personally, not a dietitian, not a doctor, I don't think it's a smart idea to plan, unless it's like a special occasion, it's like a birthday or a celebration. I don't think it's smart to plan the rest of your day of eating around sweets. Like if it's your birthday and you know you're going to be out and you know you're going to have like celebratory sweets and stuff, then yeah, I could understand wanting to plan your points around your sweets. But I'm also of the mentality of it's a celebratory day. It's a one-off, or it should be a one-off. I am of the opinion that like you can have a one-off and it's okay, right? As long as you have the control to have a one-off and it's not like a one-off weekend that leads into a one-off week that leads into a one-off month and then you're completely off your diet kind of a thing. But I don't think it's healthy to consistently plan your regular day or your regular set of meals around eating stuff like this in the evenings or whenever you eat them, because you're prioritizing excuse me, you're prioritizing sugar and carbs and sweets over literally everything else in your diet. And I just don't think that's healthy, but that's my personal opinion. I think that says a lot. Let's see, another non-scale victory a few weeks ago. Now, Alex has been doing, because I did this in the other video, Alex has been doing Weight Watchers for roughly going on 2 months as of the 29th of June, which we haven't hit yet. It's only the 24th right now. June, July. Yeah, of June right now. So anyway, she says, a few weeks ago, walking pace was about 24 minutes per mile. I feel like she's walking slightly... She was actually slightly slower than Anna when Anna was doing her 5K. Caveat. Minutes per mile. And today we're close to 20. It's the little things. So I guess if her average pace is 20-minute mile, then she's walking as fast as Anna was during her 5K. So, you know, if that's your goal, I don't care. Cool. I mean, I do care. That's cool, I guess. If that's your goal, cool. You go. This person says, that's great. I've got mine down to 18 minutes. I walk 4 miles a day and I love it. I should walk more. I do actually like walking. I hike. Excuse me. I don't hike in 100-degree weather. Philly. So there's that. This person says, I'm at 24 minutes per mile right now. Working at getting it down. I don't really walk for time. Maybe I should. Do you prefer the Hours Ring or Apple Watch for your lifestyle change if you had to get only one? Does she have both? I thought about getting something like this. I've got the Samsung phone. I thought about getting a Samsung watch for this. I just don't like the idea of having... Okay, look. I'm about to say something really kind of weird and probably stupid. I don't like the idea of having a little device on me that tracks my every move. I say as I look at my phone. But more, I don't like having something tracking my like health data because these don't have any kind of like HIPAA restrictions on them. And you know they're selling all of your health data to a third party. And I just don't like the idea of that. So that's my biggest reason for why I haven't gotten one. So call me paranoid. It's all right. It's fine. Let's see. I missed the beginning of that. Let's see. We'll read this while it rounds back up. Now, don't get me wrong. I still loved me at 389 pounds, but I know I did not feel as good as I do now in my lighter body. It's easier to move. I'm more confident in clothes, more confident in clothes. I'm more comfortable navigating places. I like amusement parks. I don't believe that health fits into certain weight ranges. Only you know what feels healthy to you. I disagree, but having my son really opened my eyes to wanting to feel my strongest, healthiest, and happiest self. That's cool and all. I want to chase him around as he grows up. I want to be around for him as long as possible. I want to set a good example about honoring my body with movement plus balanced eating wherever you're at on your healthy journey. I'm so proud of you. Choosing to work on yourself inside and out is hard. You're doing amazing. Alex doesn't write like Anna, so if I'm stumbling, that's me. And just letting you guys know. So let's wait for this to rewind again so that I can actually read it. I'm just going to assume there's music involved and I'm not going to play it. So wow, her legs look weird. I'm going to assume that had filters. So today is a I can pause. Today is a weigh-in day on my weight loss journey. When I only lost a pound this week, I started to feel a wave of discouragement. Okay, this is 4 days old. So this was June 20th, 2025. Thank you, Pop-Up. She weighed in at 289.5. Then I remembered something. When I was 289, I go to Planet Fitness too. I'm exactly 100 pounds lighter than I was a few years ago. I mean, props. It takes a while to lose 100 pounds, I guess. I don't know. I've never had to lose 100 pounds. I've never been that heavy. And you can tell here that she is indeed much lighter than she was here. I think Yar's a little bit lighter too, so. From the looks of it, anyway. Gosh, she looks so different. Even in her face, she looks different. No wonder. That was going to come out wrong. Let's stop now. I was 389 pounds at my heaviest. My husband took this on our honeymoon, LOL. I'm just kind of looking. I like the side profile. To be fair, though, like, her posture is roughly the same. I'm being critical because she put this picture up here to be critical, so we're going to be critical. That's why this exists. And I'm going to scrub my nose. It's not a video unless I'm scratching at my nose. She's still got that weird chin thing going on. Does she just... this is going to come out weird. However, does she just not have a chin? Is that part of the issue, is she's got like a recessed chin? Some people have that. They like don't have like the chin bone. This is not really a chin bone, but their chin is just very recessed in. And I kind of get the feeling that that's what really is her issue. It's not... It's just she just doesn't have like much of a chin here. And so it makes her have like that weird look on her face. Anyway, I'm just being critical. But that's why she put the picture up, so here we are. See, like, she wants to have like that pointed chin, moon face chin, you know? But I just don't think she has that. And so look back on how far you've come, heart face. This picture looks so weird, just in general, that like it just looks weirdly filtered to me. And I don't say that very often. Like, her proportions just look very strange. I'm just gonna guess she's got a filter going on. I can't prove it. And I'm very bad at spotting filters, but this just looks weird, especially down here. So, also, I have noticed with her, she does a lot of comparison pictures. And the comparison pictures, she likes to do one with her in a white shirt as her before picture. And then she'll do her after picture with her in a black shirt or a darker color. And she likes to be like, oh, I'm so much thinner. And it's just like, I can't really tell because you're not wearing the same clothes, or you're wearing a darker color as your after picture, and everybody looks slimmer in a darker color. That's kind of the whole point of dark colors. So there's that. Anyway. Why would your husband take a picture of you like that, knowing your perfectionist persona online? I feel like it would be demeaning or embarrassing to catch me struggling like that. Makes me upset for you. Keep up the good work. Why would you post something like that? Why would you write a comment like that? Some of these people are just bizarre to me. Positivity is great, but be honest with yourself. At this rate, it will take you 5 years to lose the weight. I mean, she's got 5 years. You can just choose to make some real changes and you will see the pounds fall off. What are you doing? What you are doing is not working. Less than a pound down on the scale in 2 weeks is normal weight fluctuations. You can do it. It's hard remembering where you came from to where you are now. You are doing it, and that's all that matters. You got this. That's why I think before and after pictures are actually important. Not even before and after. I think progress pictures are important because sometimes you see a little like this, or you don't see the scale move, and you have to kind of remind yourself where you were when you started. So sometimes you have to look all the way back at the beginning to be like, oh yeah, I see the difference now. So I think that's why progress pictures are important. She doesn't specify how many years ago. I guess you'd have to know when she got married. And again, I'm not that up on the lore here. I don't know her lore very well, so I don't know how far back it was when she got married. It was clearly more than 2 years, or at least 2 years in the past, because she said years, plural. So, I mean, 100 years in 100 years, yes. 100 pounds in 1 year would be fairly impressive. I'm going to guess it wasn't like that. But anyway. What have we got? Current hyperfixation lunch. This buffalo chip, told you, it's just me. This buffalo dip is absolutely something you need to try, whether you're on Weight Watchers or any weight loss journey or not. Recipe: 1 can of chicken rinsed and drained. I mean, I guess you could just use a chicken breast. Oh, I have a notification. 2 tablespoons buffalo sauce. She doesn't specify, so I don't know if you know if it's 1 point or not. Laughing Cow light cheese wedge. I do like Laughing Cow, or I remember liking Laughing Cow. I haven't had that in a while, to be honest with you. Half a cup fat-free cheddar. 1/4 cup fat-free cottage cheese. That's a lot of cheese. 1 tablespoon ranch powder seasoning. See, I told you could just make your own ranch stuff. Heat all together on stove top or microwave. Serve with legendary food nacho cheese chips. This whole meal has 60 grams of protein, is under 500 calories, and is absolutely delicious. Is there sound? I mean, is there music?
Staple in my weight loss journey. So
yep. Unfortunately, there's no subtitles, but ooh, ooh. I mean, we're just gonna watch her point at it, and then I've seen this already. Martha's Vineyard Island. For whatever reason, I always, if it's not evident, I like Martha Stewart. And when I was younger, I used to think that Martha's Vineyard was like Martha Stewart's vineyard. And I know better now. But when I was younger, I used to think that that's where Martha Stewart's vineyard was. And I was always like, why do people go to Martha Stewart's vineyard so much? And I always wanted to go because I wanted to know what Martha Stewart's vineyard was like. And now I know it's like a place. It's not Martha Stewart's vineyard. So this is one of the things I wanted to look at. Stupid story aside. One of the things I wanted to look at was like these garbage foods that she eats. I'm sorry. I don't care. I know people come for me every time. But like, this is what I'm talking about. How like she won't not eat processed foods. She won't give up the processed foods. And she's just looking for swaps for the processed foods that make her feel like she's eating a healthier version of it. But it's still just processed foods, right? She's still eating chips. Because I don't care what you want to tell yourself about these. They're still chips, right? And I've never had these before. I'm just going to assume they're probably grainy. And that's it. That's what she's doing here. She's just made buffalo ranch dip from canned chicken. The only time I've ever had canned chicken is my mom used to make spring rolls from canned chicken. Don't come for me, okay? I'm from the Midwest. My mom used to make spring rolls out of canned chicken. I don't even know if they're actually spring rolls. It's just what we called them, okay? Don't come for me. This is literally the only thing we've ever used canned chicken for. But yeah, and I haven't had those in years. Like over probably 2 decades at this point. But I don't know why you wouldn't just use a chicken breast. I don't really have anything against canned chicken, to be perfectly honest with you. It's basically like canned tuna, and I will eat the shit out of canned tuna, so I don't know why I'm like, ooh, canned chicken. I will eat canned tuna any day of the week. So I don't know why I'm being like that about the canned chicken. But personally, I would just cook up a chicken breast. Actually, anytime I've ever seen any other recipe for buffalo chicken dip, I've always seen people use a chicken breast or multiple chicken breasts. However, I would think, this is my personal opinion, I would think using a chicken thigh or multiple chicken thighs would make a better dip just because, like, I like chicken thighs. But I could be wrong. I haven't made buffalo chicken dip in a very long time. I think the last time I made it was for an office party, and I haven't worked in an office since... When did we move? 2006. Nope. It's 2014-ish, 2015. So that's how long it's been since I've made a dip of some variety. I had to get up and I forgot what we were doing, so we're just gonna go to the next one. Weight loss journey staple, Halo Top mix-ins. What is that? Is there obsessed? Okay. Ice cream in summer is not a want but a need. I have an ice cream maker, like an old-fashioned actual ice cream maker. Like, okay, let me put it this way: I have a KitchenAid mixer with an ice cream jacket. I want a Ninja Creamy. Ice cream in the summer is not a want, but a need. These are good, drooly face, and typically regular ice cream makes me sick from the sugar and dairy combo. Gastric bypass life. Okay. Time to make you go quiet now. Shh. Gastric bypass life. These don't because of the protein. Girl, stop. I can't get over how good these are. First off, these are way more calories than the other one. 490. Is that per serving or per? There's a face. Anyway. Does that say per pint? I'm too lazy to look this up. Let someone let me know. Does that just mean that there's stuff inside the ice cream, like, you know, normal ice cream? Is that... Come on, Halo Top. Are you the same person from earlier? Yeah, okay. You're about losing weight, but do you need 5 containers in your refrigerator? They look like they're empty, TBH. Why not just have one when you have cravings, but 56, that's ridiculous. I mean, there weren't 56, but okay. First off, I don't remember when her gastric bypass was, but it's been a while, so A, stop. B, no. If the sugar and the dairy from the ice cream upsets your stomach, then how are you drinking some of these coffee combos that I see you drink and some of these like soda / milk combos that you've been making? So no, stop. Just stop. I like how your gastric bypass is a convenient excuse for you some of the time. Anyway, and how is the protein making a difference? And where is the protein in the dairy? This makes no sense. Anyway, make it make sense. I'm sure someone will try. Maybe someone will answer my question down here. One flavor has 17 grams of sugar for just a third of the pint. Thanks for the idea, but no thanks. If you want to lose weight, try not getting more than 25 grams of sugar a day. Yeah, how many grams of sugar? Well, you said a third of the pint. So 17 times 3 is more numbers than I can do. Wait, wow, that's a lot. Really? Come here, phone. My bad math brain times 3. Nope, that's divide times 3. 51 grams of sugar? That can't be right. That can't be right. That's a lot. I think you're over-exaggerating. They are so much better than the original and 15 grams of fiber. Wow, how do you get fiber in it? Buy a Ninja Creamy. I want a Ninja Creamy. Maybe I can get one on sale. Someone says they're better than the OG Halo Top. I've never had Halo Top, TBH. But I just buy ice cream. I figure if I'm going to eat ice cream, I would just rather have ice cream. I don't need fake ice cream. Also, around here, we have Rita's. So, 9 times out of 10, if I'm eating something ice cream, I'm just eating a Rita's. Gelato. If you know, you know. Okay, this one kills me. Yeah, we're freezing here. I know McDonald's hates to see me coming. She lives at McDonald's, by the way, apparently. When I'm craving McDonald's, I don't know if I can get through this one. When I'm craving McDonald's, here is how I make it Weight Watchers friendly at home. I can't. I don't know if I can make it through this one. Air fry potatoes. Boy, we can do this. Air fry your potato fry slices with a spritz of avo oil and salt in 350 until softened and browning on the edges, shaking regularly. 0 points. Is the avocado oil what makes it 0 points, or is it just the small amount of oil that makes it 0 points? Because personally, I don't like avocado or avocado products for a number of reasons. Don't get me started, because I know many of you don't agree with me, so don't get me started. Anyhow, that's how you make French fries. Unless you want to deep fry them, which is also how you make French fries. Smash 2 thin burger patties with lean ground beef. If you actually look up how McDonald's claims they make their hamburger patties, they will tell you that it's ground beef seasoned with salt and pepper and cooked on a grill. Now, we can debate if that's actually how they make it, but that's how they claim they make it. So, this is why this one's killing me. Add toppings like a fat-free cheese slice. 1 point. I'll give you it's probably not fat-free cheese, but I will also argue that it's probably not actually cheese in the first place at McDonald's. Grill or steam a keto bun. 2 points. I guess they probably don't use keto buns at McDonald's, but a McDouble plus a small fry is 21 points. This is 3 points. I wonder what makes it 21 points at McDonald's. See, that's the thing. Like, the point system is not explained. So, I mean, I imagine the small fry being 21 points is probably because it's deep fried in oil, right? And the fries at McDonald's do go through a massive processing process. So they're not actually like sliced potatoes, which is what she's making. And I think sliced potato fries, if you're not going to get, okay, look, I actually crave McDonald's fries. Like, I get literal cravings for McDonald's fries. I do not crave any other fries except the shoestring fries from Steak and Shake, which they don't make correctly anymore. And there's no Steak and Shakes around here anyway. So I can crave those all I want. They don't exist. So there's that. But McDonald's French fries, I will get literal cravings for. And that's it. I don't crave anything else at McDonald's. But I prefer, other than those, actual like steak fries like this. I don't know why they call them steak fries, but that's what we always called them. But where you slice potatoes and fry them yourself, right? My mom would always fry them at home, like in a fryer. But you can air fry them, and it takes them a little bit longer, but they're just as good, right? The goal is to just get them soft and crispy. So it doesn't really matter how you do it. I do wonder again about the 0 points, if it's because of the avocado oil or if it's just the literal, because you really only need enough oil to get them crispy. And sometimes you don't even really need oil. I don't know. So the 21 points I do with the small fry, I do wonder if that's because of the fact that the French fries are processed beyond like imagining and then deep fried in whatever the fuck oil McDonald's uses. So I can see that causing a huge amount of points. But again, I don't really understand how the point system works. As far as the actual McDouble itself, pardon me, sorry. Theoretically, the hamburger meat shouldn't be causing that problem. The cheese, maybe, because I don't know what kind of cheese they're using. And the bun, I mean, I can see the bun probably causing a few points because, again, this is a keto bun, which will also be processed through the wazoo. So it's not the process of the processing that's making the bun. So I don't know. Again, I don't get Weight Watchers' process and how they decide what the thing is. But the fact that the thing that kills me about this is Alex has learned how to make a hamburger and french fries at home and is like, "Ooh, I've cracked a code, you guys. I can make a hamburger and french fries at home." The one thing I will give Weight Watchers is that it has taught her to cook. And again, watching this she's a millennial, right? Watching the TikTok generation learn to fucking cook is just my mind right now. So yeah. Like, that this is how you make french fries typically. I think they're a little thick. I think she needs to learn to cut them a little thinner, but you know, some people like thick french fries. Some people like thick fries. I'd make my patties a little thicker, but the thing about Steak and Shake though, as I was talking about, they use they claim they use ground steak, hence the steak in shake. And they will smash the patties down real thin because the goal is to get the edges of the patty crispy. I don't know. But it is good. Don't get me wrong. I like a Steak and Shake burger. But they will also take the bun and they'll grill the bun alongside the patty. That has a lot of like water and fat in it. Interesting. And they'll grill the bun up alongside the meat. So when the bun comes out, this is how they used to do it, okay? Before COVID. All bets are off now. Anyway, so when the bun would come out, and they'd slather it with butter. And when the bun would come out, the edges of the bun would be nice and caramelized and crispy too. It's not healthy. Anyway. Keto. It looked like you were boiling that patty. French fries. Kind of want a hamburger now. I don't have any ground beef though. So there's that. Does it taste like a McDouble? I doubt it, just because I don't actually believe that McDonald's only cooks their hamburgers with salt and pepper to taste. I do believe they put other things in their meat, but they won't admit to it. So I can't prove it, but does it probably hit the spot if you're craving a hamburger with cheese? Yeah, probably. And are the French fries probably pretty good? Yeah, once you get the hang of making French fries at home, yeah, they're probably pretty damn tasty because French fries are not that complicated. And also, frites are a thing. You can go to restaurants, pretty high-end restaurants, and they're like, "Oh yes, we make French fries from gourmet potatoes." They don't call them French fries. We make frites from gourmet potatoes, and then we bring you out a variety of fancy dipping sauces that you can dip your frites into. And you're like, "Cool, what are frites?" And then they bring you out like a thing of French fries, and then like 3 different little tiny cups of exotic dipping sauces, which are just mayos with different flavors in them. And you're like, I just paid $28 for this. You can do that at home. Putting it out there. Or you can pay $28 for fancy French fries and dipping sauces. I just saved you money. Sometimes it's fun to go spend money at restaurants, though. What that filter trying to keep up in the very beginning as her jaw moves, devouring that burger. Really? I don't see it. Y'all seeing these filters sometimes. I don't see it. This is what I'm talking about with the filters. That looks good, but it's wild to me that a potato is 0 points. And that's a big ass potato too. Genius. Really? If that's 0, you must try cubed up potato and Cajun seasoning in the air fryer. That does sound good. McDonald's cheeseburger only, no fries, is 300 calories. Not really great nutrition for those calories, but having one once in a while won't kill your diet. McDonald's cheeseburger is 300 calories. Is it really? I thought they were less calories than that, but I don't know. It's been a while since I've had a McDonald's cheeseburger. Those fries look amazing. I don't know why I never make fresh ones. You really should. You need to cook on cast iron. Oh, that is nonstick, isn't it? Maybe that's part of the problem. There's just so much boiling going on under that burger. Those fries do look good, though. Yeah. A Diet Coke and McDouble meal with small fries is only 610 calories. See, that's the thing. It's not that much. Anyway. No sauce on the burger. I thought you were a sauce queen. Would recommend substituting with a sugar-free sauce. I mean, you could get like a sugar-free ketchup, but some people don't like. She's got ketchup right there. That's ketchup. I see it. I see it there. You didn't say anything about the ketchup. I like mustard and ketchup on my burgers. Sometimes a little bit of mayo. Anyway, enough of this. Kava-inspired Greek bowl. Is it apparent that I don't eat out that much? Has that sunk in yet? I'm so sorry. This is from 7 days ago. So June 16th. Let's see. Such a yummy, filling dinner. Typically, I also add some olives and chickpeas too. Add your fave veggies or even use greens instead of rice. It's such a great dinner staple. I don't like rice and salad greens together. I don't like it. I don't like grains and greens together. I don't know why. I just don't like it. Like with poke bowls or poke bowls, there's a place in the mall. There's a couple of them because it's a big mall. I go to KOP. There's a poke place in the mall. I'm sure most poke places do this, but the one in the mall. Have I made it clear that there's one in the mall yet? We'll do a half and half, and they'll put like half rice and half salad greens, and there's just something about it that just churns my stomach, and I can't eat it. And since there was one day that I did it, I have never had a poke bowl since. It made me so sick. Anyway. But her saying, use the rice instead of greens. I know some people do like to do the half greens, half rice thing, obviously. I can't do it. You still used kava tzatziki. So it's not really kava inspired if you're using kava ingredients. Uncooked jasmine rice. All right, that took me a minute. So that's 2/3 cups rice. Why wouldn't you just put down 2/3 cup rice? Why would you put down 57 grams of uncooked jasmine rice? Just put it down as cooked. Nobody eats uncooked rice. It's so weird. I mean, I get if you were making a recipe, but you're not. I don't know. I think that's weird. You put down cooked, skinless, boneless chicken breast. All right, look. This is what I'm talking about with her and her weird measurements, okay? Obviously, this is cooked, right? These are cooked ingredients that were put together, right? And this is a cold bowl or something that is a combination of cold and cooked ingredients, right? So, yeah, right? Cold ingredient, cold ingredient, cold ingredient, cold ingredient. You don't typically cook cucumbers. You can, they're delicious, but this is not typically that kind of a dish. Why does she have uncooked jasmine rice measured out as 57 grams? Right? When it translates out to roughly 2/3 cup of rice. This is according to the AI. Right? Why? Why does she do it this way? And who the fuck measures like this? Anyway, I just think it's weird. I think it's weird. Weird. Anyway. If you usually use Olives and chickpeas. Why didn't you use olives and chickpeas this time? Anyway, I don't know. Looks good. I'm like her. I would either use rice or greens. I'm trying to eat more greens right now, though, so I would probably use greens over rice. There's only like 3 comments on here. Does she just not have a lot of followers over here yet? All right, we got time for a little bit more. Let's see. POV, you've been working on your health for the last couple of months, and your tightest jeans are loose. Non-scale victories for the win. Although I didn't lose any weight this week, the universe sent me a little encouragement when I randomly felt like wearing jeans today. I haven't put these on in a minute since it's been hot outside. These were tight at the start of my journey a couple months ago. Sad crying face. Remember, even if the scale didn't move this week, your body can still be changing. Stay positive. I needed to see your underwear. I mean, they're loose on her. I'll give her that. No weight loss this week, and that's okay. Let's see. This is from June 13th. Stayed on track with points, moved my body daily, hit my water goals, but the scale didn't move, and I'm not letting that discourage me. Here's your reminder that the scale doesn't always reflect your progress. You might be holding on to water, especially after high sodium meals or extra workouts. Really? Hormones and your menstrual cycle can cause fluctuations. That's true. Muscle gain from strength training can offset fat loss. Okay, Anna. You're digesting foods. Yes, that alone can impact the number. Why? I guess that is a good argument for for weighing yourself first thing in the morning. What the fuck did you eat the night before? That you're still digesting 6 to 8 hours later. Stress and lack of sleep can affect your body's ability to release weight. I've heard that. Excuse me. I don't know. Progress isn't always visible on the scale, but it's happening. So if you're in the same boat this week, don't give up. You're also doing amazing. Keep going. Look. Sorry, my nose itches. The scale doesn't, # the scale doesn't define me. I don't know. Thank you for this. Mine went up and I'm trying to repeat. You're on your period. Yeah, your period's going to F you up. If you're somebody that gets your period's going to F you up. You should still weigh yourself, I think, just for consistency's sake. If you're one of those people that weighs yourself, you should weigh yourself, I think, even if you're on your period. But your period's going to F you up. And I think one of the reasons why you should weigh yourself is so that you see how your period does affect you month to month, because then you'll know what your fluctuation's going to look like after a while when your period's coming up, and also when your period is over, because you will release that typically. So my point is like, you'll know what your period looks like when it's coming up, and so when you start to gain that, you'll be like, ah, yes, that's what's happening. And you won't freak out about it or get worried about it as much. Been stuck at the same weight for a month now. I'm so irritated. Some people do plateau. Yeah, I've been stuck at a weight. Been stuck for over a month. Keep it up, mamas. I'm expecting to plateau here pretty soon, but I haven't yet. So pretty happy about that. I've been expecting to plateau for a bit and I haven't yet. So, kind of happy about that. Exciting times. My time will come. But anyway, I don't know. If you're holding on to water because of your high sodium meals or extra workouts, I don't know how much I buy that. Hormones in your mental cycle, yeah, definitely. But again, so much that you didn't lose any weight that week. I guess if you're only weighing yourself 1 day a week, but still like enough to throw you off for the whole week? I don't know. Muscle gain from strength training can offset fat loss. Look, no. The amount of weight training and muscle mass that you would have to, the amount of weight training that you would have to do, especially as a woman, in order to offset fat loss. You should really go listen. I think Chikara has talked about this multiple times. This is not something, especially as a woman, that you need to worry about. It's probably never this, okay? Unless you are doing certain things, which you are probably not, this is not something that you need to worry about. Not a doctor, not a nutritionist, just somebody who's grounded in reality. You're digesting foods. I don't know about that. Like, what the fuck did you eat the night before? Did you go on a bender the night before? I guess, maybe. I don't know. Stress and lack of sleep. I have heard about those. I do know this can affect things, but here's my thing though. Like, if you're weighing yourself once a week, if you're weighing yourself day to day, yes, I can see how that can affect you day to day, because I can see how, like, a night of really bad sleep, or, you know, how Amber's always like, oh, I had ramen the night before and the sodiums have made me swell. Day to day, I can see how that might affect things. But, like, if you weigh yourself every Monday, right, and you're progressively losing weight, what the hell did you eat the night before to make you swell so badly that you lost no weight Monday to Monday? You know, I just don't understand that one. I can see your period definitely screwing that up, because your period can be kind of a pain. But I don't know. Not all of these, some of these are excuses, I guess, is where I'm going with that. Starting a weight loss journey, start with walking. Don't underestimate the power of a walk. This is true. A lot of people say, you know, they've lost weight by just adjusting their diet and walking. And they're not even talking about doing, like, you know, speed walking or anything like that. They're just getting out and walking, or they're just getting on a treadmill and walking. I know Rosie Beamy, she has a walking pad. And more recently, I've seen her walking in a gym, and that's pretty much all she's doing to lose weight right now, or up to this point. I know she's done some weightlifting, and, like, not weightlifting, but doing, like, weights, dumbbells, and that kind of stuff. But I also know she's getting ready to do weight loss surgery. She's getting a gastric sleeve, I believe. I don't know exactly when, but I know she's getting one. But I know that her weight loss journey started with just getting, like, one of those, I think they're just called walking pads. It's not even like a full ass treadmill. It's just a little walking pad. And I know that's what she got to start with. And she just walked on it every day, I guess, or every other day. So, you know, walking pads, those kind of things, those will do it. So I know a lot of people that's how they say they lost most of their weight. Why wear those ill-fitting tiny girl tops, though? Why do you, this person, do you have nothing nice to say? Like, can you just not? Can you just not comment? You, like, literally have nothing nice to say. I love walking around a lake or a nature trail. Yeah, that's nice too. I think some of it has to do with just getting out and being out in nature. So I think some of that really does have, like, the mental clarity effect. That kind of helps too. I'm dedicated to walking in the cooler morning this summer. It was 90 yesterday at 7. I was not happy. Can you share where your shorts are from? Probably. I need the tank top you're wearing. Do you have a link to it? I wear the shoes. Okay, I swear I lose the most when I'm getting 8,000 to 10K steps a day. Yeah, probably. I legit 85% of the 200 plus pounds I've lost has been walking. Yeah. Something so simple can be the absolute best. I used a walking pad. There you go. I used a walking pad and walked real slow while I'm working on my laptop. Yep. I hear a lot of people do that too, the walking desk concept. I tried that for a while. I didn't really do much. I tried it for a little while. Dinner, easy and low point. One of my go-to easy low point dinners on Weight Watchers, marinated cubed chicken and J. Hughes sugar-free teriyaki sauce, I think. G. Hughes? Okay. Sauce in the fridge at least 4 hours longer for more flavor. I have friends. Cook chicken in skillet and serve over rice with broccoli. So simple and delicious. You can elevate the sauce with fresh ginger and garlic if you want to. That's always a good thing to do. You get your ginger, you get your garlic, you get your onions, you stir fry it with a little bit of oil, then you throw all your stuff in. Weight loss, so simple, delicious. You can elevate, blah blah blah. Weight loss journeys don't have to suck. You can enjoy delish meals and meet your goals. Yeah, learning to cook actually makes food good. And good food makes you not hate losing weight. We do so many rice bowls. Our favorite has been rice, chicken, veggies, mango, and the Kinder Thai sauce. I'm all for stir fries. And I like stir fries because you basically just have meat and veggies, and then you just cook them all together. And there you go. Anyway, all right. It's been about an hour of this. Let's go all the way back to June 12th. Let's see if we can finish off June. Oh yeah. Remember I said she lives at McDonald's? The McMuffin is a great Weight Watchers low-cal breakfast choice at McDonald's for 7 points. But if you're not in the mood for a breakfast sandwich, this combo is delish. So weird. I didn't know you could get a plain scrambled eggs here. They're actually really good too. On your weight loss journey, having choices is important, especially when you're out and busy. What's your go-to McDonald's breakfast while tracking your macros? I mean, I guess it's a hash brown and scrambled eggs. And I don't know how scrambled eggs at McDonald's are 0 points, but apparently they are. And a hash brown with ketchup is 4 points. First off, why are you putting ketchup on your hash browns at McDonald's? They're like soaked in grease. That should be more than enough flavor for you. That's a lot of scrambled eggs though, TBH. You can get a lot of things at McDonald's for breakfast if you ask. Run, don't walk. I bought them at Walmart. Drooly face. If you also need a little sweet treat after dinner on your weight loss journey, this is def the move. Gadsby calorie per 180 calories per bar. Fudge brownie. What are these, chocolate bars?
Oh my god, the Gatsby chocolate bars, guys, the whole bar, 180 calories, the whole bar.
There's no way in hell I could eat that whole bar. There's no way in hell I could eat that whole thing.
The whole bar.
I could eat maybe 4 squares. Maybe. That bar would take me weeks to get through.
And I'm not wrong. Third of the bar, 60 calories per bar, 180 calories, 3 servings.
I don't care. That thing would take me weeks to get through. What's the chocolate percentage on it? Like if I ate the whole bar, would it be 15 grams total carbs? Well, I guess I could look over here. Kind of. It's only got 7 grams of added sugar. That's not too bad. Oh, no, wait, here we go. 14 grams added sugar. My bad. It's got 2 grams of protein, y'all. You can't read the rest of it.
Serving is 60. And it's delicious.
I mean, it's chocolate. It's actually
So good. The fudge brownie, and I also tried the peanut butter cup. Like, it's actually delicious.
It's chocolate. It's hard to fuck up chocolate.
It's like, it's not gross. So,
To be fair, I have had bad chocolate, but it's hard to
PSA,
do.
if you need a sweet treat after a meal, this will do it.
It's got a nice snap to it. I couldn't eat that whole thing.
Okay, if you're also on a weight loss journey.
Okay, this is repeating. The entire bar is 17 grams of fiber. That whole bar, though. Like, I don't know if I could get through that whole bar. I don't know. Oops. Wait, yeah, that went that. Could you eat that whole bar? I mean, I know it's only 180 calories, but I still think that's a lot. But I could max eat 4 squares of that. Sometimes you gotta fit a harvest bowl from Sweet Green into your points. 15 points. I deliver a lot of Sweet Green stuff. And to be fair, I like the flavor combos that Sweet Green has, and I tried one time making like a bunch of their like stuff. Like I made a bunch of like their roasted veggies and their roasted meats and stuff, and I had like a bunch of like little bowls of their stuff, and then you like combine it yourself. Basically, it's like a meal prep thing. That was kind of fun. So basically, I made my own Sweet Green bowls at home. So that was kind of fun, and I just thought like some of their ideas for their bowls were kind of creative. But I didn't buy their bowls because again, it's like $20 for a salad. What I eat on a day on Weight Watchers, 20 pounds down. So she was claiming on June 8th to be 20 pounds down. But on June, what comes before it? January, February, March, April, May, June. So on May 29th, though, she was claiming that she was 16 pounds down. Right? So she's roughly losing 8 pounds a month, roughly. Because she started on the first video she posted was on May 29th. April 29th. I can count. What I eat in a day on Weight Watchers, as someone who loves food, you can enjoy food and lose weight. That's why I'm such a WW girly. Somebody says, see, she must be curating comments because this person's responding. These GLP-1 comments aren't it. She's clearly been extremely successful. If she's taking a GLP-1, that's her business. Although she has previously said no. If you actually follow, who cares if she's taking a GLP-1? She happened to change her mind and start taking one. Not our business. Alex is successfully doing exactly what she's doing. She's been more than generous to share as much as she had. Has some creators completely hide weight loss / health journeys and deflect questions. Alex, so many of us are proud of you and are right alongside you on this. I'm not on Weight Watchers, but I love getting tips from you. Here's the thing, though, and I'm not coming after this person, but Alex has hidden hard her weight loss shortcuts, and I'm saying shortcuts for her, in the past. Alex had her her gastric bypass. I think she had that done and didn't say anything about it until people really started calling her out for her weight loss. She had a tummy tuck and just kind of pretended like nothing happened. I feel like there was like a third surgery. Again, I'm not up and up completely on all of the lore. I feel like there was like a second or third surgery that she had that was effectively a weight loss or body altering surgery, and she just kind of didn't say anything about it, but just kind of pretended like she just never had that weight on her in the first place. So Alex has a history, much like Anna, of doing things to remove weight visibly from her body and not mentioning it. But Alex has also, up till recently, been an advocate for fat activism, health at every size, and the body positivity movement. So until she started this particular Weight Watchers movement, or Weight Watchers arc, she's been kind of a very outspoken member of health at every size and body positivity. And so when she did those things, she was still part of all of that. And so the fact that people are calling her out for taking a GLP-1 and not talking about taking the GLP-1 kind of fits in with that chunk of lore that I am kind of aware of about her, because it would be in character for Alex to be doing something to help with her weight loss and not mention it, right? It was kind of like when Anna was taking weight loss injections and pretending like the way she was losing weight was through exercise alone. which is bullshit. And it turns out the entire time Anna was losing weight was actually because she was taking weight loss injections. It would not be out of character for that to be for Alex to be doing that as well. I don't know if that's what Alex is doing. If she's only losing 8 pounds a month, I don't think that's what she's doing. She might be. I would think she'd be losing more a month if that's what she was doing, but I could be wrong. It sounds like she's losing roughly 2 pounds a week, give or take. And if she was really watching her calories or her points the way she says she is, and if she really is working out and taking walks like she says she is, and I don't have a reason not to believe that she isn't doing those things, because I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt right now, then 2 pounds a week would be reasonable for natural weight loss, right? I don't know how much more sped up that would be if she were taking a GLP-1, right? I don't know. Also, the amount of food I see her eat doesn't seem to be compatible with taking a GLP-1. When she does eat, her meals are not small. So I just don't think she is, but that's my personal opinion. Again, not a doctor, not a nutritionist. So I don't think she's doing GLP-1, but if it turns out that she is, I won't be shocked. And it like I said earlier, it wouldn't be out of character for her to be doing it and just not be mentioning it. Her and Anna are very similar in that aspect, right? So there is that. If she is taking a GLP-1 to help her lose weight, I don't care. I really don't. If that's what she wants to do to help herself lose weight, I think GLP-1s, much like weight loss surgery, I think they're perfectly fine if that's the choice you want to make, if that's the route you want to go. As long as you're doing them, with doctor supervision and doing them, in a healthy way, I don't care. I think they're excellent tools for doing what they're made to do, right? There's a reason why they're on the market. There's a reason why people want to use them. It's because they're effective and for the most part, they're safe, right? Again, under a doctor's supervision. Some people do have really bad reactions to the GLP-1s and the other weight loss drugs, but some people have complications with the weight loss surgeries, right? So, there's that. There's always a chance you're going to have some kind of bad reaction to anything. So do it with your doctor. So that's kind of where I'm at. If she is doing the GLP-1, I don't have a judgment against her for that. If she's doing a GLP-1 and she's not mentioning she's doing the GLP-1 and she's like, oh, I'm losing all of my weight through Weight Watchers, that's not true, right? And that's lying. That would be lying. And I would need her to not lie. That's, I think, where people are getting a little antsy about that. I personally think if she was using a GLP-1, she'd be losing more weight faster. I think we would be seeing it on her more. But like in the other video of this that I've done on her YouTube videos, I don't see it. She says she's lost almost 20 pounds here. Looking at her here and looking at her in the first video she put up where she announces that she's starting Weight Watchers, I don't see 20 pounds gone. But I don't have scale eyes, so there's that. And also, she's known for using filters, and there's a lot of evidence showing that she uses filters. So even with that, it's hard to tell if she's actually lost weight or not, because like one time you'll see her from one angle and she's got filters on, so she looks like she's a lot thinner than she is. And then another point, she won't have the filters on and she looks like she's always looked, and she doesn't look like she's lost any weight at all. So it's like, I mean, sure, I guess you don't look like you've lost any weight, right? I don't personally think she looks any different here than she looks in the video that she did when she announced that she was going to start Weight Watchers. So if she's lost 20 pounds, I don't know where she's lost it from, to be honest with you. and her putting on those pants and claiming that the pants are loose. I mean, maybe she could also be being shifty and going to the store and buying a pair of pants that are too big for her so that she can do a photo shoot and being like, oh, my pants are too big. I know I'm being conspiratorial here and being like, oh, conspiracy theory, get me get my tinfoil hat. But, she's already been caught lying in other areas. Why wouldn't she do that? Right? So there's that. These short little video clips, it's easier to filter these little clips than it is to filter her YouTube videos. So filters here will be it's more likely for her to be filtering these Instagram videos than it will be for her to be filtering the YouTube videos, in my opinion, right? So for her to look thinner here than she does in her YouTube videos, I think would be more common. But anyway, that's just me rambling. As of right this second, I don't think she's on a GLP-1 or anything like that. But tomorrow it comes out that she's been taking GLP-1s this entire time for the last month and a half, then I won't be shocked, I guess is where I'm going with that. But here we are. Anyway. Weight loss friendly crunch wrap. This is again, wait, go back. We'll come back to this. This is another one of those things, like, I mean, I guess I do love a crunch wrap. I love Taco Bell. It's like the one fast food aside from McDonald's French fries that I do actually get cravings for. But that's mostly because the food is absolute garbage. And I know that. But this is another one of those things where it's just like, she's just trying to find ways to eat the same fast food, same processed foods that she would eat when she got to the weight that she's at, as opposed to finding foods that are better and healthier for her, right? Crunch wraps are delicious. Don't get me wrong. There's no vegetables here in a crunch wrap, typically, right? They're nothing but carbs and beef, which is why they're delicious. Carbs and beef and cheese. There's a reason why they're good. And I mean, you can use low carb wraps. You can probably use a low carb tostada. I mean, you can use high protein this, that, and something else. But like, there's still like, I mean, yeah, you're putting jalapenos on it, but it's still not better for you than like a taco salad that has salad in it. Like I'm gonna have for dinner tonight, I'm gonna have taco salad. It's gonna have 2 different kinds of lettuce. It's gonna have the shredded broccoli slaw that has like red cabbage, broccoli, carrots. What else is in that mix? That might be all that's in the mix. I'm gonna have little baby tomatoes. It's gonna have some seasoned corn, some black beans, some salsa, and of course, taco meat, and then a little bit of a drizzle of a hot creamy sauce made with Greek yogurt, because apparently everything's Greek yogurt these days. This is a recipe I followed. It's delicious, and it's mostly vegetables with a little bit of meat on it. I might put cheese on it. I don't know. I didn't last night. I don't know. Maybe I'll try it with some cheese tonight. And that's it. Like, or I can have a crunch wrap. It's just that, And I could, if I really wanted that burrito experience, actually I might try that. I could wrap it all up in a burrito doodad and eat it like a burrito if I wanted to. So I could still have like that Taco Bell experience, but it's mostly vegetables, right? But that's kind of my point. Like, she's more focused on figuring out how to make fast food dupes that fit into her Weight Watcher points than she is trying to figure out how to make healthy foods. Like, I would imagine if I were to try to put my taco salad into Weight Watchers, I would imagine my taco salad probably has more 0-point foods in it than this crunch wrap does. And I have more vegetables in my taco salad, and I'm not on Weight Watchers, by the way. And I have more vegetables and macros and nutrients in my taco salad than she has in her crunch wrap, you know? And I could probably even eat chips. I could probably find some low carb chips or something if I had to eat with my taco salad if I just wanted that crunch, right? I don't know. But that's kind of my point. It's just, you know, it's just kind of my point. So, anyway, this is how you make a crunch wrap. I guess. But should I eat my taco salad tonight and be like, make a video of it before I shove it into my face? All right. All right. Way back at the beginning of this video, I was telling you guys how she makes these comparison videos where she wears lighter colors in her before picture and then darker colors in her after picture. And she's like, what does 20 pounds weight loss look like? And that's what she's doing here. She's trying to show us what 20 pounds look like. Excuse me. And I don't know, you guys. Again, problems with this is Alex is known for using filters. She's wearing lighter colors in the before. She's also got darker colors on in the after. And am I wrong, or is she pregnant in the first picture? Oh, I didn't realize this was a video. My bad. I don't know, guys. Oh, no, it is the same picture, I guess. This looks weird. Is she wearing something under this? I swear to God, she looks pregnant in this one. I don't know. I don't believe it. You know what? No, we're going to cut it here. So, all right. If you've made it this far in the video, go ahead and put a broccoli. I don't know why. Put a broccoli down in the comments section as your emoji. Like I said, I'm not completely 100% up on... Oh my God. I have a fly in this house, and it is my friend today. Go ahead and put a broccoli down in the comments section. Like I said, I am not fully up and up on the lore. On the lore. This fly and I. You know what's happening after I turn this video camera off. On the lore of Alexandra, I know she's got a lot of controversies, things like that. So, that kind of thing. I hope she's losing weight. I really do. I don't know how much I really believe she's lost 20 pounds. I just don't. Especially judging on the things she's eating. I just don't know. But if I give her the benefit of the doubt. I will give her the benefit of the doubt. You know, we'll just go with that. I'm just going to give her the benefit of the doubt. Period. End of discussion. All right. We're just going to pretend like she's lost 20 pounds. I don't see it, but we're just going to give her the benefit of the doubt. But the whole thing about the GLP-1s, it won't, like I said, it won't surprise me if she's also taking a GLP-1. Do I care in general if she's taking one? No. If she is taking one, do I think she should disclose it? Yes. Especially since she's on a weight loss journey and she's claiming that Weight Watchers is the only thing she's doing. Now, I know that Weight Watchers has access to a GLP-1 of some variety or a weight loss drug of some variety. So could she still be doing Weight Watchers and also taking a weight loss drug? Yes. So could that be how she's skirting this? I'm doing Weight Watchers and also taking their Weight Watchers provided weight loss drug. okay, but you're still taking a weight loss drug. You should probably still mention that. You know, maybe that's how she's going to try to play this out and be like, oh, I said I was doing Weight Watchers. Well, yeah, but you're also taking a weight loss drug that is being provided by Weight Watchers, but still. So maybe that's what she's going to pull is that shit. But I don't know. I think if she was doing Weight Watchers, we would see more dramatic weight loss. That's just kind of my thing. So there's that. I think her discovering cooking is funny in a way. I think I've mentioned that more than once at this point. It's humorous to me. So there's that. And I don't know. Again, that's all I've got. I think I've said what I'm going to say when I said it. If there's things that y'all need to correct me on as far as like lore, because again, I know she's had some surgeries. I know she had the bypass. I thought she had a tummy tuck. And I know she's had something done with her face, especially down around her chin area. But I don't know if there's been other things. And I feel like she did a whole thing about the chin tuck. I feel like that was pretty open on their channel. But I'm not that immersed in her lore. So if you guys need to like leave me tips or things about her backstories or stuff, or if there's like a video or something that you guys think of hers that I need to watch, that's fine too. I know about her and her dad. I don't need to know any more about that. That's fine. I don't need to know any more about that. I really don't. I don't want to know more about that. Let me put it that way. And that kind of a thing. And when it comes to her and the kid, when it comes to her and the baby whose name escapes me at this moment, I'm not a mom. I don't have kids. I haven't been around small children since my nephews were very young, which was a very long time ago at this point. So I can have opinions, and I do have opinions, but, you know, they end there. I raise cats. My cat's turned 7. I raise cats, so there's that. I can make little smarmy comments and shit and things like that, but really, honestly, I don't have kids. So there's that. And that's kind of where it comes from. I think people are kind of hard on her about her and her parenting, and that's kind of my opinion on that. The rest of it, I don't know. I think she's kind of goofy. I think she's kind of performatively naive. I think she acts a lot. I think I don't know if she's a full-ass lol cow, but I do think she definitely falls into girl world very easily. And I think her and Anna have a lot of similarities as far as like their whole like trying to sell you something every 5 seconds. And they definitely have a character that they play. And I think she's boring as fuck. But the Weight Watchers thing and the cooking thing make her interesting to me, which is the only reason why we're doing this right now. I will try from here on out. You're going to die. I'm going to try from here on out to keep up with her Instagram and just keep up with her stuff from here on out. I'm not going to go back any further than June 6th at this point. So we're just going to keep pressing forward, keep track of her Instagram, definitely keep track of her YouTube. I'm not going to go over every single video that she has, but I am going to try to catch, I don't know, every 3rd or 4th video probably, especially if it catches my attention. I might even start doing things like just cutting things out of several videos and stitching them together, especially if they're like cooking related, because I really do like watching her cook. It really does amuse me. And I think that's how we're going to cover Alex from here on out. But yeah, go ahead and put, again, a broccoli down in the comments section. Let me know what you guys think down below. Because this is a longer video, if there's something particular you want to comment on, please put a timestamp in there because I will have forgotten what the hell I said by the time this video goes up. And that's really all I've got for you guys. So, yeah. Thank you everybody who's been supporting the channel. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to my members. Please say RIP to this fucking fly. I do have 3 tiers of membership if you guys are interested and you're liking this kind of content. And right now it gets you early access to videos. There will be some members only content coming out next month in July. And that's all I've got for you guys. So I will see everybody in the next one. Bye.
my outro music. You can't copyright strike me because it's just me singing. This is my outro music. Thank you for watching. See you next time.